What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shocker the Nice. It's Hedgehog here, going against Coach Chris and the Hannibal Hutus in the semifinals of RGBL. We faced Chris in the regular season. We pretty much dominated him, getting 6 kills with 0 aura. So that was pretty good stuff. Then we actually faced Coach Chris last season in the finals, and I lost to RNG. And this was now the rubber match where if I win, I knock him out of finals. I head to finals for the second straight season in a row. Whereas he beats me, he goes there to the second straight season in a row to win become the first ever back-to-back champ. So a lot was not on the line per se, but just pretending wise, there were some things that were on the line here. And this was definitely a very important match. And looking at his team, he still didn't bring what he should have brought versus me. And I don't know if he was purposely doing that. I don't know if he was purposely trying to make sure he counter prep me, expecting me to prep better for Electros and the Zygarde. I don't know. But he did bring Arios this time, which I definitely think he should have brought last time. So he definitely changed that up on us there. So definitely something to kind of note with that. But if you guys are excited for the battle, leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Join the Push Crew today because you'll be friends with the king of the crew. And with that being said, we're going to get into this battle. And if anyone's wondering why this battle is post-com, let me just say I got extremely angry and extremely upset and was just swearing and just not being a professional. So I wanted to be more professional in this and not show footage of me being scummy, being a jerk or anything like that because I'm not that. I'm not a jerk. I'm not scummy or anything like that. So I wanted to take a moment to just vent out my frustration. I took a couple of deep breaths before we got into this. I'm going to be nice, relaxed, and chilled, just like I was in one of the two other team matches we recorded off of, because so those also had extreme tilt in that game as well. So let's just get into the battle. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm just going to go into this battle and we're going to go and talk about it. So, looking at his team, he brought the same 5 that he did last time with Ariados. I'm going to assume that he maybe did change up some items or changed up some ways he had the sets built last time. So let's go there. So I lead off here with my Harry here as he's leading off with Gallade. So I'm thinking to myself two things here. Okay. He should be fearing the fact that I could be scarfed and that I can be faster than him. I 2 KO him with Psychic, Flamethrower, or Fire Blast, and then he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to waste my turn here going for an attack. Now, knowing that he could click Knockoff here and kill me, there's very likely a chance that I'm going to just lose my Mon right here, right now. But for some reason, he clicks Swords Dance, and I get a Psychic off here. I want you all to know, if I had clicked Fire Blast, that was almost a guaranteed knockout, depending on his investment. So it was standard Gallade, which it looks like it was, which was max speed, max attack, stuff like that. I would have had a shot to guarantee knock him out with Fire Blast. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. And even if I don't knock him out and I get the burn, he either dies to burn or basically can't kill my Delphox and he dies to burn on the next turn. Or then what I can do then is to switch out is he's going to click either Close Combat or something like that. I go into something else, he dies to burn, and I get a free switch and get rid of this Gallade. I think that was incredibly risky and not smart on Chris's part to stay in. And if he didn't have knockoff, he should have clicked knockoff 100%. I don't understand that play. So I'll say that's one of the plays I don't understand with him. And this close combat, that was a roll. That was 100% a roll. The roll was a little more in his favor because the lowest he did was 95% to me. So I would say the roll was definitely a bit in his favor. But the fact that that was still a roll is really upsetting and kind of annoying. Unless, again, he was adamant. If he was adamant, that guaranteed knocked me out. I'm not going to complain. But I highly doubt he was adamant. I would probably... Well, he could have been if it was outside of sand, but I feel like he had to be jolly because of Delphox. So there was that. So that's unfortunate. I go right to my 0 aura. I'm just going to click Blaze Kick. He makes a very interesting play right here. I don't know if he was predicting me to click the Blaze Kick right there or whatever, but good prediction on him to do that because that provided the chance for his thing to get a little chip down. Now, last time he went into Hoppo, he Flare Blade spurned me and crit me. He doesn't this time. So right here, I'm going to make a double into my Venusaur, predicting him to go into Bulu. He actually stays in and reveals Toxic. And right here, I'm going to go straight for the Sleep Powder, expecting him to go into his thing here. We do land the Sleep Powder, but he actually reveals to be Safety Goggles, which I will admit was a very smart bring on his end last time. Now, part of me should have probably had clicked Leech Seed there, or Sludge Bomb, one of the two, because then I would have been able to know exactly what I could have gauged for damage, if he was roughly max HP, he was depth invested, offensive, or anything like that. And I could have even potentially two-shotted him with Sludge Bomb, or I could have gotten Seeds up and gotten Recovery. So I'm going to stay here knowing I live a Hurricane, and he's very much offensive, and I think he gets like a max roll unless he was modest. If he was timid, that was roughly a max roll Hurricane, and the fact that he also landed that in the sand, which, if you guys do not know, in sun and sand weather, Hurricane has minus accuracy even more. So it goes from 70% to I think like 65 or something like that. Or if it's 75%, then it goes down to a 70% rate. And the fact that he landed that is like a 1 in 3 chance that he would land that, where the other like 2 in 4 chance he misses. Well, 2 is 6. I don't know how the wording would work. And what even sucks here is I click Leech Seed, I connect, and I die before I get Leech Seed recovery. So that basically just cost me a Venusaur for nothing. So now I have to go into Drill here, and now he has to make the play of either switching out or staying in here. And honestly, again, he loses nothing switching out. So I think he's definitely going to make staying either click Knock Off here, click Heat Wave. I know I can live one. I go for the Swords Dance here, and he goes for Focus Blast, and he connects. And that's where the game's literally over. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The game is literally over. There's nothing I can do. Excadrill would have won me this game. It would have swept his team 100%. But the fact that he landed not only a 70% accurate Hurricane, but also I believe like a what, 75% accurate Focus Blast, that's literally so dumb. He had 1 in 3 chances, and then a 3 in 4th chance to miss. He had the 1 in 4 chance to land. He had the 1 in 3 chance to miss. It doesn't make sense that he landed both of those. Now, obviously, I'm angry at the RNG that it is, because obviously Chris is going for it. He knew the risk that he was willing to take right there. Because if he missed, he lost the game. There was no ifs, ands, or what about it. He lost the game, and he would have lost probably like how many Pokemon, because then he's got to play around the Switch games and everything like that, obviously. And then he's got to make some predictions right there. It's going to force him to either sack a Pokemon or weaken his Pokemon down or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure Arcanine might have been, with that 78%, it might have been 2 KO'd by potentially an Iron Head right there, depending on how investment, because he was max HP and relatively some defensive. I don't know if it was impish or not. But I'm pretty sure that would have roughly have been with the sand because he wasn't leftovers. He would have been roughly 2 KO'd by the Iron Head. So again, it would have came down to me clicking attacks as I was Life Orb, and he would having to try everything in his power to weaken me down with Life Orb plus Soul Lent, my sand turns and everything like that. But still, it's just so annoying that RNG literally rewarded him for a Hurricane and a Focus Blast connection. And now I'm in this situation where I die to 2 hits, and now we're in this situation right here. This is where I can either have a chance to come back in this game or I lose this game. Because thankfully, thanks to my odd number of HP, which you always should run on your Life Orb users, I was able to live, thanks to also the Leech Seed provided by Groot. I'm able to live, and I can have one more hit here. Now, I have to Iron Head here. And the only way I win this game, is if I get a flinch. If I do not get a flinch, then this game is over. And I cannot win this game. If I get the flinch, he dies to Sandstorm. I can win with 0 aura plus Stoutland 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I win this game. If I don't get the flinch and he gets webs up, that's GG. Like Stoutland maybe can still outspeed Gallade, but it's so close to call. And then I have to lock myself into a move to beat the rest of his 4 mons and everything like that. So I just don't know if that's even possible. So it literally comes down to this. If I get the flinch, it's more so that I win. If I don't get the flinch, I'm basically over. It's over. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head here. He is sashed like I know he is. I died a Life Orb. And that's the game right there, guys. I'm not gonna say anything else because that's literally that's literally game. Right here, I'm just gonna get flinch, and I don't care that crit mattered right there, that crit helped or anything like that. It's literally GG. There's nothing I can do. So it's at this point in time where I just cannot win, and I'm just very angry and upset because that's just so dumb. And I also missed a Toxic Mix, which would have mattered because I would have been able to 2 KO Bulu, and Bulu would have been dead earlier too. So, yeah, essentially that's just GG. I just can't beat Bulu. If I got on the Toxic damage, I would have been able to beat Bulu, and I could have maybe done some work, but yeah, it's game. Luckily, Zero Aura gets 2 more kills, so that's really nice. Wait, or just Hippo get the kill? Oh, Hippo gets the kill. Never mind. Hippo gets 2 kills this game. Shouts to Hippo. And yeah, it's just. It's just. And ignore that. I said aren't. People just don't listen when I say RNG and hacks. And I like how they were assuming I said hacks. I didn't say that. I said RNG. RNG being basically the chances to land those attacks. And it's whatever, man. Obviously, you can tell I'm still very upset, but Chris brought a bit of a better team. He counter prepped me relatively good for the Venusaur, which was really, really good on his end. Because that's exactly what happened last time. He brought in Torn and got put to sleep. And this time he countered that, which was really good prep on Chris's part. I still don't agree with the Gallade play in turn 1, because if I was Scarf, I'd 2 KO him. And he basically was going to lose his Gallade, so I don't understand that play.